Excuse me for what?
For disturbing your sleep, I guess. You see,
Sleep? I wasn't sleeping. Why does everyone think I'm sleeping all the time? I was thinking.
Pardon the interruption of your thinking, then. You see,
Well, now I don't even remember what I was thinking about.
I was just wondering if you perhaps knew the name of this town.
You think I don't know the name of my own town anymore? I was here the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that.
Yes, I'm sure. Well, good day to you, sir.
Mary!
Yes, Papa?
What took you so long? It took me 3 times to call your name. Now grab me my walking stick.
Are you going for a walk?
No, I'm going to conduct some good old-fashioned sense of this young man.
You'll have to excuse me, Helen. It's a little hard for you.
No, you'll have to excuse me for intruding upon you like this. You see, I just wandered into town and I'm looking for some more place to stay.
There's plenty of work to be done around here, but not for much pay, I'm afraid. Hey, there's something open in the schoolhouse. We should speak of Mr. Van Tassel up the road.
Thank you, miss. Thank you kindly. I'll go about finding Mr. Van Tassel right away.
I was never one for ghost stories. Not till I happened upon a little village called Sleepy Hollow. Had I not seen it for myself, I would have dismissed it as a bit of superstition, but this, I shudder to think of it. My name is Deidre Knickerbocker. The year was 1790, and as I wandered the drowsy shadows of the hollow, I encountered a man named Ichabod Crane.
Look here, it's the new schoolmaster. Good afternoon, schoolmaster.
Why, good afternoon, ladies.
He was tall but lank, with long arms and hands that dangled a mile out of his sleeves. His head was small, with huge ears and a long nose.
Will you be attending the Van Tassel party?
That I will. After practice with the school children, I need to fetch my horse for the ride home.
Well, you best be on your way then. Very business should be on there.
Wary indeed. It's said that the hollow is bewitched. The people are given to all kinds of marvelous superstitions, including the legend of the Headless Horseman.
See, I was running a little late, so I decided to cut through the woods. Halfway through it, I began to hear a horse galloping. I tried to see where it was coming from, but I couldn't tell. The sound seemed to get louder and louder, so I began to run. I suppose the stories of the school children from last week just sparked my imagination to run away with me. Well, why don't we get back to our rehearsal? We have a lot of work to do before the Halloween party.
Ichabod rode a broken-down plow horse. It was all skin and bones, and its tail was gnawed with burrs. Still, it must have had some spark, or went by the name of gunpowder. It was towards evening that Ichabod arrived at the Van Tassels. He could not help but chuckle at the possibilities.
Someday this could be all ours, gunpowder. If only I could win the hand of Katrina Van Tassel.
Katrina Van Tassel was as rosy-cheeked as one of her father's peaches. From the moment Ichabod laid eyes upon her, his only thought was how to gain her affections.
Leave me, welcome to our home. Why, thank you, Miss Katrina.
But Ichabod was not the only one interested in Katrina. Another was the burly, roaring hero of the countryside known as Brown Bones. Whenever a prank or brawl happened, the simple folk of the hollow always shook their heads and guessed that Brown Bones was at the bottom of it.
Here I am, Katrina. Let's say we go take a ride on Daredevil.
Don't be silly. Put Daredevil in the barn and come in the house. Don't like such a fruit.
Say, is that the schoolmaster's horse? What's he doing here? Come to give you singing lessons?
The schoolmaster is an honored guest. What fun it is to have such a gentleman in our midst.
I don't know what you see in him. He's got dinner plates for his ears and bean, shovels for feet.
You're just jealous.
A family looks like a scarecrow that's escaped the cornfield.
Poor Ichabod. He would have had a pleasant life if only his path had not been crossed by Aunt Katrina.
I don't know where he is. He said he wasn't going to be late tonight.
Jesse will ask. Find me. I'm sure he'll be there.
Good, the sooner he gets here, the sooner we can wipe that stupid smile off Brom's face. Do you think he knows that Ichabod's coming?
Are you kidding? Why do you think he's smiling?
So, what do you suppose those two are talking about?
They're probably talking about the next Princess Anne and the two of them are going to play together.
And they're probably referring to some sort of game, like man versus nature or something like that.
I think only lackluster.
Oh, it's fine. quite a bit, as you can see over there. Is you going to tell the story of the headless horseman we did this year? Oh, he must. It wouldn't be Halloween without it. I still get chills just thinking about it.
Believe me, he wouldn't miss to tell us that story. In fact, if there is such thing as ghosts, I'm sure we'll find a way just to come back and tell the story.
Welcome to the party, everyone. Let the music and dancing begin.
May I have some? Certainly, Mr. Clerk.
Ichabod prided himself about his dancing. Not a limb about his loosely hung body was still, but as he went clattering about the room with the beautiful Katrina, he was unaware that Brom Bones sat brooding in the corner.
Shit, I don't like this one bit. Many a ghost haunts the hollow. There's the old Dutchman who walks the dock shouting for a musket and a sword. Then there's the old woman in white who haunts the dark hunt late and long. The fearless street traveler the night before the storm is a battle. His body is buried in the churchyard. I myself have seen his body tethered among the graves. These parts, Mr. Crane, you must take care to a decent life. Those who don't run the risk of being carried away in the dead of night. The speed with which you ride is like a midnight blast. It's because he's in a hurry to get back to the churchyard before the 11th day.
All these tales from those drowsy whispers, which people talk in the dark, sank deep into the mind of Ichabod. This in turn caught the attention of Brom.
I didn't believe in the horseman until late one night last year. He seemed close by an old tree. I saw a man, suspected he was returning from the search. I called to him, "Show me your face, good man!" He didn't answer. He turned around, without a head and nothing but the stump of a neck.
What happened next?
Oh, how he pushed me up behind him, over thunder, over bush and brake, over hill and swamp. Oh, how we galloped! And once we passed the bridge, he turned into a skeleton and threw me into the brook. I was away in black thunder.
Oh my.
Oh, my indeed.
I'm not afraid of the horseman. Hey, I too have seen him. I was returning one night from a neighboring village when he overtook me. Rather than giving into his terror, I offered to race him for a bold punch. That's right, a bold punch. Now I would have won it too, but as soon as we came to the old church bridge, the horseman vanished in a flash of fire.
Aye, it was true. The old church bridge was the place that the headless horseman was most frequently encountered, but it was also a place he could not pass.
If the horseman never comes after you, head for the bridge if you can. But reach that bridge, you're safe.
This was midnight as a disappointed Ichabod. And all those tales which the people told him clattered about his thoughts. He remembered all too clearly the warnings of the townspeople.
One doesn't Terry just hopped off the roadway during the witching hour.
The winds howl became the woman in white. A bullfrog croaking became the sound of the old Dutchman. His normally cheerful version of Yankee Doodle sounded like a funeral hymn. It was then when he saw it. At the corner of the road, something huge and misshapen towering above them.
Who are you? I say there, who are you?
It put itself into motion at once and stood in the middle of the road.
I say, sir, what does he want with me?
When there came no reply, Ichabod rained a shower of kicks upon Gunpowder.
Run, Gunpowder!
Ichabod was horror-struck. As he cast a look behind, he saw that the man behind him was headless, and the head, which should have rested upon his shoulders, was hanging from the pommel of his saddle.
Fly, Gunpowder, fly!
Ichabod rained a shower of kicks upon Gunpowder, stones flying and sparks flashing. Ichabod's flimsy garments fluttered about his long, lank body as he stretched it over the horse's head. And then he remembered what Brom Bones had said. Racing forward, he headed towards the old church bridge.
There it is, Gunpowder, the old church bridge.
The horse's hooves pounded upon the planks of the bridge. Ichabod cast a look behind, expecting the goblin to vanish in a clap of thunder, but instead he saw it rise up and hurl its head at him. Ah! The next morning, the old horse wandered home, but Ichabod was never seen. A search led to the old church bridge, along with the bank of the brook, where the water ran dark and deep. Ichabod's hat was found, and beside it, a smashed pumpkin. But the body of the schoolmaster was nowhere to be seen, leaving the good people of the Hollow to shake their heads and conclude that Ichabod Crane had been carried off by the headless horseman.
Hear me, my friends. I wouldn't say that too loud if I were you. You see, Ichabod didn't believe in ghosts or the headless horseman. In fact, they will search for him, but he will never be found. Nor at the schoolyard or in the town. It's safe to say that Ichabod did believe in ghosts and the headless horseman after all. What about you?